Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. For just a split second, I'm like, what was it I always say? Um, Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer and Jay Parks. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Very, very kind of you. Nice way to start off the day. Let me see who was here first. But in the meantime, why don't I do this? There we go. All right, you can hear me? Yes, you can. And I'll take that away. And fancy, fancy. Thank you so much for being here first. Fancy that. The Sussex Spotlight is here. Hi, everyone. Not sure if I am staying. It has been a very long day. I will try. I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like that river, I've been running ever since. Okay, that was for you, Sussex Spotlight. Now, that song always encourages me to keep on fighting, to keep moving, to stay strong, to give it everything I can. Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna take. Oh, let me. No, what do I want to do? Okay, I need to close some things. I got too many screens open, and I don't want to slow down things. So let me close a couple of these screens. I have been working my behind off. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. H Knight wants to say hi to a couple of people. Very cool. All right. Welcome, welcome. Legs wants to say hi to a few people. All right. Okay. And who else? Hi, Shadow's mom. Big Mama's in the house. All right, Big Mama. All right. Well, a change is going to come. All right. Okay, let's get on with it then, shall we? And as usual, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. I just like to say that. I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. So, this is trending like crazy. Serena Williams set to reunite with old friend Prince Harry after his courage and perseverance caught ESPN's eye. So, even though I've only found one tabloid pushback to Harry's award, I kind of think they are learning their lesson. And this was them quoting someone. This wasn't one of their, what do you call it, electronic assassins trying to destroy Harry's character. They decided to try to find somebody stupid enough to push back against the people's prince. Why bother? Why even bother? It is, how do they say it? Futile. It is repugnant and futile. Everybody loves Harry and Meghan. Why don't they just accept that? So, Serena Williams and the royal couple, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, are as thick as thieves, sharing a bond that's both deep and genuine. The tennis legend attended the royal couple's wedding in 2018. And while she may be a close friend of Harry at the upcoming Espys, oh, wait a minute. Did I skip a line? Oh, see, that is too wide. I shouldn't have done that. Close friend of the Duchess of Sussex, her husband is right next. What is that? Is right next. What does that mean? Is that a typo? Her husband is right next. Whatever. First, However, Williams might soon reunite with her dear friend Prince Harry at the upcoming ESPYs, as both of them will be seen attending the same event. Tillman Award for, wait a minute, did I skip again? Same event. Prince Harry will be honored at, sorry, this is a little bit too wide. Maybe if I stand back. Prince Harry will be honored at the 2024 Espy Awards, which recognize the top sportsmen and sports figures. The Pat Tillman Award for Service, which honors his contribution as the Invictus Game founder, will be given to the Duke of Sussex. Since 2014, wounded service veterans have competed in Olympic style events at the Invictus Game, demonstrating their tenacity and willpower. Recently, the official Instagram account of ESPN shared this news with fans. Along with that, the caption reads, former NFL safety Steve Gleason, South Carolina women's basketball head coach Don Staley, and Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, will be honored during the ESPYs for their courage, perseverance, and service with three special accolades. So, anyway, this just makes me that much more excited. And you know what? This is just one that I'm sharing with you. There are several that I've seen today every time I look around. Not to mention, I don't know if you guys know this. I didn't, when I show those collage, like news reports from some of the local television stations across the country, usually it's another squatty that puts those together and I just kind of hijack it. Well, nobody put one together. And so I don't have one of those, but trust and believe there is a lot of news agencies across the United States. And of course, I've noticed that there are quite a few foreign news groups and associations, and all of them are reporting the ESPYs for 2024. So should be very, very exciting. I'm still excited. I am still high as a Georgia pine with excitement. Okay. Moving on, let me see. So there again, Steve Gleason, Don Staley, and Prince Harry to be honored at 2024 ESPYs. And over there on the right, you can see what they posted on the official Archwell. Wait, one more. Let me try that again. On the official Archwell website. Okay, website. Which, do me a favor, make sure that at some point tomorrow, if you like, later tonight, please go over to the Archwell Foundation. All you got to do is search Sussex.com. Yeah. And it'll take you to the Archwell page. Just go to Sussex.com and it will take you to the Archwell page. And that way we can put some traffic through Harry and Meghan's, official website. We need to do that so they'll know how much we love and appreciate the efforts that they make to report things. So that way there's no ambiguities, there are no doubts. We know it's official because it's coming directly from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So that's why it's very important. So we need to send as much traffic as we can through their official website, browse around, get to know it a little better. If you've never been on there, it is absolutely free. Leg says, I still don't like the British royal family influence. Notice how certain mags avoid calling Harry the founder. Vanity Fair. They still downplay anything Harry and Meghan do. Archetypes. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Legs. And that's true. They don't admit with their full chest, they don't report clearly that Harry is the founder of the Invictus Games. But hopefully there's enough news agencies to offset that faux pas or that deliberate slight of the Duke of Sussex. But don't worry, a change is going to come. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for the super chat. Judy Todd said, thank you so much for being here. And Elaine Parker, thank you. And thank you, Old Faithful. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here. Okay. Hi, Heather Stroud. Oh, Vonzola's here. Hi, Vonzola. Gwendolyn Daniels. Okay, moving on. So, but this is from their official website for the ESPYs or the ESPN. There you go. Just a reminder: July the 11th, 2024, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to receive the Pat Tillman Award for service at the 2024 ESPYs. Now, so far, I haven't heard the confirmation that 100 for certain that Harry is going to go. I can't help but think that he will. I do hope that our Duchess is going to attend. We can't be 100% sure that she will be there. However, at least I haven't seen the confirmation. Maybe you have. I have not. And I don't accept anything as fact unless I hear it from the Sussexes because there are no leaks in Montecito. Okay. Now, I got a little sound bite for you. This sister was preaching, so I'm going to play that for you. And you see, I am out of cookies, so that is not helping me right now. I cannot believe it. They were so good. You know what? I shared my cookies with, oh, that sounds weird, but I did. I shared my cookies with someone, and now I wish that I wouldn't have done that because now I'm short. I am short. As they say in the South, I'm short. Now I'm short. Okay, where is she? Oh, that's it right there. I did save it.
Not nepotism. Yes, that was shade. He is scheduled to receive the Matt Tillman Award at the 2024 ESPYs for his work in making up another honor for Prince Harry. Yes, and like others, this is based on merit, not nepotism. Yes, that was shade. He is scheduled to receive the Matt Tillman Award at the 2024 ESPYs for his work in making a positive impact in the veteran community. The Pat Tillman Award of Service celebrates those who have made such contributions to others. That is in the spirit of Pat Tillman. Tillman was a safety for the Arizona Cardinals who enlisted in the military after 9/11, and he was later killed by friendly fire in 2004. Kate Jackson, the VP of production for ESPN, said, quote, "It is our privilege to recognize three individuals, Steve Gleason, Don Staley, and Prince Harry. These honorees have used their platforms to change the world and make it more inclusive for marginalized and suffering communities, demonstrating incredible resilience, positivity, perseverance, and we're thrilled to celebrate them at the 2024 ESPYs. You can't tell me he is not making his mother proud." As of this announcement, Prince William doesn't have anything on the royal diary set for next week, but I think that will change and we will see him out and about within the next 48 hours or some announcement coming in the next 48 hours. They are so predictable.
Okay, so that was I Am Queen Auntie, and she's on TikTok. I love her. I am Queen Auntie, and she is on TikTok. So you know what? Queen Auntie is yet another squatty, at least I guess she's a squatty, who has said very clearly, watch and see what happens. They're going to try to find something to put on their calendar so then they could accuse Harry of trying to overshadow the rest of the royals. Also, I'm going to predict that they're going to find some photos of Meghan that they can pull out of their behinds and say, oh, look at this. Meghan is trying to interrupt. Well, actually, they're not going to do it that day because they'll have Harry. But they'll find some other occasion where they will probably share some photos of Meghan and accuse her of trying to upstage. Remember, when they share those photos of Meghan at the drive-through or out for a walk or something like that, We don't really know when those photos were taken, especially if they're from back grid, black grid, whatever it is. We don't really know where they come from. Elaine wants to say hi to a few people. There you go. Hey, Lydia Washington. Vanzola. I love that name. Raffaella Bertoni. I love that name too. That's pretty. Okay. Paula girl. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Such pretty names. I like that. So, I was okay. Let me tell you how this happened. I started going through my receipts because I recognized that guy right there. I recognized him, and let me see. Does it even mention his name? I don't even know who he is. But as you can see from Harry's clean-shaven face, that they have been knowing each other for a long, long time. H. Knight says, "Well, do you know that Kitty is taking her new face to Wimbledon on the 14th to hand out the men's award?" I am not surprised. I am not surprised. And you know what? Maybe by then the BBL will kick in and she'll have a little something else to new enhancement to share with us. But I'm not surprised. And to whoever is the victor that receives that award, let me just say this. Not only are they the winner of Wimbledon, the men's Wimbledon, but the other thing is they get a chance to stand there. This is so shady, but I got to do it. They will have a chance to stand there and meet Kitty face to facelift. Yep, there they'll be right there in the center of the stadium, face to facelift. Oh, okay. That is if she had a facelift. It looks as though she has been enhanced. Oh, by the way, thank you, H. Knight. It looks as though there's been an enhancement, but just for the record, we don't know one way or the other. Yes, to be announced, Prince William to receive an award. By the way, somebody tried to be shady with Harry, and I decided to take a little artistic license with their shade. And well, I'll show you that later. I'm telling you, they messing with the wrong one because I'm fast. I am fast. Anyway, anyway, let us keep it moving, shall we? So right here it says Prince Harry is committed to ensuring that wounded servicemen and women who have given so much for their country should be given the respect and support they deserve to lead fulfilling lives post recovery. So this is a very old screenshot from the royal website, right? Now, take a look on the right. The inaugural Invictus Games in London 2014 used the power of sport to inspire recovery, support rehabilitation, and generate a wider understanding and respect for wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women. It began on a trip to the Warrior Games in the United States of America in 2013 when Prince Harry saw how the power of sport could help wounded servicemen and women in their recovery physically, psychologically, and socially. So that is from 2014. Now, you all can try to help me out. Who is this guy? But obviously, when Harry saw him in The Hague, it seemed to me that they um, have stayed in touch or they missed each other. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But he must have been very important to the very first Invictus Games. See there? Dave and Harry. Dave who? Dave who? But Dave and Harry go way back and even share the same birthday. Dave who? That's not Dave Weissman. But anyway, so they're birthday brothers or birthday twins. Very cool. So I love this because I don't know, Harry is just a very lovable person. And the fact that away from that toxic family of his, the Willies and the Kitties and the oh, especially the Chuckies and Godzilla, there's nothing but love out there. And of course, he has the love of at least one of his cousins that I could think of. Um, I'm always glad to see this because he deserves it. He really does deserve it. Oh, and the other thing is, thank God he got a beard. Okay. So fast forward to 2022, that's the same guy. That's the same guy. And so I realized that I had saved these images from The Hague, and I'm just like, oh, I'll share that. Maybe somebody could tell me who that is. But oh, it's Dave Henson. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dave Henson. Let me see who was that I saw there. Oh, ha says his name is Dave Henson. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much for that. You get a bell. So that's Dave Henson. I won't remember by tomorrow, but thank you so much. And of course, he even had a big hug for our Duchess. Very cool. And then, of course, it was just like it was time to play catch up. So I just remembered the warm greeting that they had. Um, and so that's how I remembered him was from The Hague. And then, of course, I kept looking at images from The Hague and I started getting excited all over again. Right here, believe it or not, I cannot believe Jeannie Bond, old piranha face, I cannot believe she wrote this article back in 2023. The Invictus Games is one thing the palace can't take away from Prince Harry. He knows it. The heart of Invictus shows the best of Harry and what the royal family have lost. I can't believe it, but Jeannie Bond is getting a bell. Yes, she's getting a bell. You know, some of the stupid things that she's saying, she has had some zingers. When she lets out a truth bomb, I almost don't even hear it. But I heard that one. The other one I heard is when she said that you can't be negative about Meghan. No, wait, what did they say? Oh, you can't beg people to, however she put it, she said, you can't ask people to give Catherine a break or be nice to Catherine and simultaneously still um, be so negative toward Meghan. Now, again, that was very mature. That was a great, truth bomb, and I'm glad she said it. But she needs to stay firmly in the Sussex's corner because it's not her bread and butter, and that is a very powerful motivator. But it makes her sound so adult and so sensible. And of course, the other benefit is it puts you on the right side of history. But the deliberate, toxic comments about Harry and Meghan day after day, especially Meghan, we all know that Meghan gets the worst of it. Harry has said in so many words that Meghan gets the worst of it. And so um, it's refreshing. It doesn't really move the dial because it is the words are empty unless the entire toxic British tabloid media gets on board. And we all know that that's not going to happen because there's too much money to be made. But it reminds me again that if you take away the nonsense, some of these are some very intelligent reporters. And for sure, I would say quite a few of them are okay writers, and some of them are amazing writers. But again, it is lost in delivery because of the deliberate negativity. You, she should listen to her own words. You can't have it both ways. And as much as I applaud her for this article, I didn't even know exists. And I don't even know what the article reads because I didn't go and look for it. But as much as I applaud her for this, very balanced, wise ass- assertion, I have to say I still cannot avoid in my, I guess, mind hearing her say that Princess Diana would have approved of Camilla and that they had a conversation late one night. I believe that, like I believe that Santa Claus is going to come down my chimney. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't believe it. And I think it's goofy. Okay. It's not just a lie, it's goofy. I don't believe it. I will not ever, ever accept something as personal and deep and likely impossible when we all know that Diana could not possibly um, speak for herself. So that's where I have to say thank you, but no thanks. And here's another image of Harry in those very early days of the Invictus Games. So I'm thinking this is 2014, possibly 2017. But as you can see in the background, you have Land Rover and Jaguar as sponsors. So I don't know which one this is from. I cannot make that out back there. But wow, Harry has been doing his thing for quite some time, and I'm here for it. And this one, amazing. Love it. Love it. I guess they presented him with something, but that is so cool. I'm with you, Mamie. I'm with you. It just doesn't seem possible. Now, Veteran Foundation, um, they also have sent a shout out to Harry. Prince Harry recently joined Nikki Scott, the founder of the military charity Scotty's Little Soldier, at the event in which he surprised the young people supported by the charity. The two are working together to make the future brighter for bereaved military children. And I watched that interview again. Powerful. I love it. It was wonderful. Um, it's kind of difficult to hear it if you've recently have suffered a loss or if you've been through that type of bereavement, losing a parent as a young child. It's gut wrenching in some respects, but still, it was a nice exchange they had. And basically, she just gave her experience about being driven to do something because when she lost her husband, I believe it was in Afghanistan, she said that nobody reached out to her about her children. What can we do for your children? What do your children need? That did not come, right? And she wanted to protect her children from the language being used around them, especially at school, because for whatever reason, there was some type of exercise at school and it involved mentioning Afghanistan. And then some other kids said, why are we even there? And for someone who's lost their parent in Afghanistan, that's the last thing you would want to hear is, and why are we there? I mean, it's a good question, but it was very painful for that child to hear it, and it just started a whole bunch of pain and reflection, and it was just awful. So thank goodness that there's someone who realized, just like Harry with the Invictus Games, that someone realized that there is a need, that there's a void for people that are sick, injured, wounded, or there's a void for children where you can have these like play dates, almost like a play date, but much bigger than that. But you can bring your kids to interact with other kids that have suffered a loss. And it reminds me of the summer camps for children that have suffered from burns. Who else would understand a child that has suffered that kind of injury than another child who has suffered that kind of injury? But it's not just about the children that have been injured because of burns or fire. It's also the rest of the family that learn to interact and to see that these children are don't have to stay shut in the house, that they can swim, play volleyball, do arts and craft, whatever it is. I just think it's a very worthy thing. And gosh, it makes me want to just volunteer for something like that, just to, for soldiers, for other families, whatever. It just makes me want to do something because it's something that's got to be tough to address when you just don't have the words. But if you are able to connect with other people, just imagine the possibilities. So, wow, it's great. If you haven't seen the video, um, did I put the? I don't think I put the link on the community tab, but I will do that. So you can see the. I guess it's like an 18-minute video. Now, here, Zandy Sussex says there's so much BS on the women's mags in supermarkets today. Have quietly removed all the offending ones and am literally walking around the supermarket looking for the slowest moving stock to hide them behind. I will continue doing this until they stop their BS. That's 3 bells. Yes, get rid of that garbage. Stick them behind the pickled beets. Yes, that's it. Stick them behind the pickled beets. I'm sure there's not a rush on pickled beets. Or stick them behind the what else? What else is there at the supermarket that doesn't sell so fast? But yeah, I can't think. Pickled beets. I think that's good. Stick them behind the pickled beets, and they will be there for years. I love it. That is just so shady. I love it. Kate stole my moment. Kate stole my moment. Do you mean to tell me they're trying to imply that Nacho posting images of dog biscuits and raspberry jam, that was Megan's big moment? God, I hope not. And I'm a huge supporter of the Sussexes for everything. But please tell me that was not Megan's big moment, the dog biscuits. Now, that being said, it went over bigger than James Middleton with his care package for Marine. But I think that when Megan makes her move, it's going to be a little bit more glamorous. It'll have a lot more imagination than dog biscuits on the weekend of the Troop in the Colors. I just want to believe that that's the case. Yeah. Why am I not getting an award? Oi, why am I not getting awards? Y'all know Willie hit the ceiling, right? Willie hit the ceiling. I could just imagine him having the big meltdown. And I found this. Wasn't even looking for it, but I found this. I win the worst father award. No, I am the worst father in the world. You know what? I think you're both rotten, terrible, fiendish individuals. And I will say that you two can share You two can share whatever medal, trinket, trophy, cut it in half. You're both worthy of it. You both really, really deserve it. And sometimes I forget that there's two of them because I only ever think of them one at a time, but I forget there's the two of them. And that for all intent and purposes, both Harry and Meghan have these like shady, awful, cruel, mean spirited fathers, vengeful, easily controlled and manipulated. So they're two of a kind. They're opposite sides of the same coin. Well, 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 look who's out of the hospital. You can't keep a good girl down. Yes, she is out of hospital, not the hospital, but out of hospital. And she's on the mend. They made the big announcement. By the way, I'm loving those pajamas. And of course, leaving the hospital, people couldn't help but notice that her hair was looking just a little flat. But don't worry, in no time, she managed to puff it up like she normally wears it. You could see she had to dig in her purse and find her Afro fist hand pick, the hair pick that has the Afro, got the clench fist. Yeah, it didn't take long for her to find that hair pick that she carries everywhere. Rumor has it that when they tried to kidnap her that time, she was able to thwart the kidnapping by using her hair pick. So, um, anyway, congratulations, and I hope that she's not suffering from serious illness or anything. So, anyway, Afro Annie is back at home in that ratty, nasty, filthy living room where she and her husband had the nerves to take a picture. They took a picture of that sloppy, nasty room. Now, when I was looking at those pictures of The Hague, I came across this. Notice the very stony, steely stare of Willem Alexander, King of the Netherlands, the patriarch of the House of Orange, right? Um, Willem Alexander acceded or went, or how do you say it? Acceded, ascended. Oh, that's it. Ascended the throne after his mother decided to do what other royals have done, and she decided to retire, to hang up her tiara, and to let her son have at it, right? Very wise move. Raffaella Bertoni, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. So, they, when I say they, I'm talking about the very hateful, disgusting British tabloid media. Oh, I hate them. They're so evil. Evil. Anyway, they started this big campaign about how Harry and Meghan, but mostly Harry, because, well, anyway, I'll show you. This is why I save receipts. This is why I save it, because from time to time, I just want to remind you all how devious, especially for people that are new to the Sussex Squad, how devious they can be. Harry and Meghan snubbed by Dutch royal family on Invictus Games visit. Oh, they were snubbed, you guys. Ignored. Now, we all know that most of the, well, let's just say the Western European families, the Netherlands, I believe Sweden, Denmark, I think most of those people are their cousins, right? And it seemed like, oh, how could you, let's say you or I had a cousin come to town. We're rich, we got a big house or palace or castle. In the real world, what they were saying would not happen, right? It should not happen. It's just, it's so corny. They were saying that Harry and Meghan were being snubbed by the Dutch royal family and not allowed or not encouraged or invited to come and stay at one of their formal residences. And just like the Windsors, these people have their own issues with some of the population that would prefer a republic rather than the aristocracy or the monarchy or whatever. They would rather have a republic. And so far, they have been doing very well with their popularity and such. People love them. I mean, they have been better received than the Windsors, I can promise you that. So Maxima and Willem, of course, they're doing their thing. They're representing their nation. They're in service to their nation. And so Harry and Meghan arrived, and we don't. Actually, I don't know where they stayed. I don't want to know. Not my business. I don't know where they stayed, but they did not stay with the their cousins. And then take a look right here. Meghan and Harry are reportedly being snubbed by the Dutch royals. Notice the date, April 15th, 2022. Sussex snub as Dutch king will not roll out the red carpet for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I don't think they ask for the red carpet. They're there for the soldiers. I know it, you know it. But to try to humiliate the Sussexes, well, miss no opportunity to try your darndest to try to make them look bad, to try to embarrass them by raising questions that in normal situations don't make sense. The Japanese emperor and empress, they stayed at a hotel. Normally they would stay at Buckingham Palace. It's going through repairs. They're on a state visit and they're not staying at a royal residence. Harry and Meghan were there for Invictus. It was not a state visit. It wasn't a social call. They were there working, especially Harry. And so they really rubbed it in. In this photo right here, they had to try to find something that would make your skin crawl, right? Fast forward to this moment right here. The king and I, Harry and royalty, Dutch royalty, as he is greeted by King Willem Alexander of the Netherlands. That's right. A few days into the event, and Willem Alexander showed up and showing his deference and respect to a higher ranking royal. Harry gives a handshake and a head nod, and it was onward and upward. All that silliness was for naught. Like, what is it? Mimi Roche says, Monday motivation. If you happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Prince Harry and King Willem Alexander at the Invictus Games. So forget the slander. If you're happy and you know it, ring your bell. Okay. So that's what happened. All of that crazy stuff they were talking meant nothing. I mean, look at this. This guy is like, it's like they're on the Tonight Show or something, laughing and clapping and having a dandy time. So what was all of this? Oh, the snub, the snub. There was no snub. One of the princesses, I think she's Willem's aunt or whoever she is, she was actually the patron of the Invictus Games. They planted flowers. There was some event that Harry went to, which I forgot to include, prior to the Invictus game, where there was like an official thing prior to the game. So they had already assigned a member of the Dutch royal family to be a patron for the games, right? I think that's what her role was. But anyway, and Harry was photographed with her and everything. It was very sweet. But still, they tried this whole, oh, they were snubbed by the Dutch royal family. And they really was trying to make this case that Harry and Meghan, whilst visiting for the Invictus Games, should have stayed in a palatial residence of the Dutch royal family. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. They are there with their team. So if you're with your team, what are you supposed to do? Invite all of your like ranking representatives. You're going to invite Dave Weissman to come over to the Dutch royal residence. You're going to invite JJ, what is his name? Chalmers. You're going to have him come over. Or you're going to have Derek, oh, I can't remember his last name. Maybe he'll show up. All of the people that Harry was connected to in those games, especially the people who are part of the Arch. I'm sorry, not Archwell, but the Invictus Foundation. They were supposed to come over to the royal residence and have meetings and hang out. I don't think so. You stay at a hotel. You stay with your team. So just remember how stupid something like that is. Don't bother arguing with people about it. It's not worth it. They're trying to get under your skin. They're trying to demoralize. They're trying to make you listen. If you're explaining, you're losing. Remember that. If you're explaining, you're losing. Like the other old saying, if you don't have a seat at the table, you're probably on the menu. So don't let these people feed on your carcass. And remember, you may be arguing with AI. Not worth it. Just use logic the way I just applied logic. I don't know if I'm 100% right, but it just makes sense to me that they would want to be with their team and that they probably would be, well, not probably, they're too classy to go to another country, another person's country, another uh, monarchy's country or city or whatever, and try to crash and impose themselves. It's just not done like that. Those are two millionaires, Harry and Meghan. They're millionaires. They're rich, and they have all of the trappings of royalty, but yet they're very down to earth, common sense, hardworking people. And there's just no way that's true. Take a look here. I mean, they were having a ball. Willem Alexander was the life of the party. And I think that they were doing the hokey pokey or something like that. They had like a little sing along for all of the family, for the children, for the parents, for whomever. They were singing and doing stuff from their seats. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So right there, Invictus Game Hague 2020. Well, and remember, we had to have the 2020 and 2022 because of the pandemic. Welcome, King Willem Alexander. We are honored with your visit to Invictus Games, The Hague 2020. End of story. There's nothing else to add to that. Everything went as it was planned. And so the only thing that I'm missing is the image of Harry and whoever the royal patron was. But as I said, there was nothing left out. There was no expectations of the Sussexes going to impose themselves over at their cousin's house. What snub? A snub? When you're no longer royal, you're really unwanted. Well, it's not that they're not that they're no longer royals. That's not it. They just are not imposing. So this is like a little bit of a I guess I can't really decide whether this is supposed to be snarky or ignorant or but what? A snub? When you're no longer royal, you're really unwanted. So is she saying that, because some people think, even people that are not against the Sussexes think that they're no longer royals, but whatever the case is, again, it's not worth arguing. Let them people say what they're going to say and keep it moving. Just post the positive things. Share what makes you happy, right? And don't bother with that stuff because because the person is sharing these friendly photos. I'm thinking maybe there was a little language barrier or whatever. I don't think they were trying to be shady, but again, it's even if it was shade, the point is look at their faces. Look at their faces. Prince Harry meets King of Netherlands and pays visit to Irish pub. Not only were they having the time of their lives at the game, they went to a pub. They went to a pub. And you know what? I just realized I still have a picture of that pub. I still have a picture of it. I didn't bring it out, but I do have a picture of the pub that they went to. Listen, I save everything. I save everything. Oh, you guys don't know. It's a miracle I can find stuff when I need it. A lot of times I have to depend on knowing the date. But I save just about everything. Whatever you see here, I probably saved it. So I didn't have to look these things up. I had it already. And I'm glad I kept it because you never know when you're going to need it. And so, aside from all of those things, let me tell you something. Look at how cute Harry looks in that suit. Well, actually, it's not a suit. I think he's wearing some either chinos or denim, but he looks absolutely adorable. He is having the time of his life. Whatever they think, Harry is living his best life. He is doing service with these servicemen and women. He's being supportive to their families. And of course, the very enchanting, lovely, philanthropic, humanitarian Duchess of Sussex is there. It's everything that he ever wanted. This is what he wanted to do inside of that dreadful institution. But they drove the Sussexes away. And because God will do for us what we cannot do for ourselves, God said, oh no, there won't be a half in, half out. You don't want that. And I would say God was right. Because a lot of these things wouldn't be possible if they had to take their marching orders. It would just be one argument after the other. There would be one battle after the other. This way, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. Right? He looks delicious, right? I'm loving it. He knows the camera is working for him. He knows it. And it just, you know, for someone who has such a reaction to the media, when he's in a good mood and when he knows that the photographer is not out to get him, he can be quite charming on camera, I think. And of course, it ain't over it ain't over till, not until, but it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I forgot all about this guy, but he is so funny. Invictus Games, what is that? T no Invictus Game Team Denmark. This was a great time. Thomas and I promised each other it was going to be a party, and it was. I got the poll up. Oh God, that sounds interesting, doesn't it? I got the poll up all three times, but it wasn't the most important. The wall of support I met in there is lifting me, makes you so happy, and I can't thank them enough. For me, that support is not taken for granted. I feel that they are delivering me the what is that? The norm they're delivering me the norm, and that I just make. I'm sorry, and that just makes me so happy. Oh, I'm butchering this. The Mimi Mouse, Minnie Mouse, the Minnie Mouse. I'm sorry, the Minnie Mouse. The Minnie Mouse ears were to make a little gack and lies was to make a little gack and lies. Anyway, there needs to be room for that, and it works. It worked rather. There were smiles all around. Oh, anyway, it reads kind of weird, but I think it's probably translated, but it is absolutely adorable. So I love this guy. And check it out. Brian, is it Amend Anderson? Yeah, that sounds very Scandinavian. That sounds very, very Scandinavian. Right? Harry is working it. Oh, thank you, Mary H. Princess Diana's favorite son. I agree. Prince Harry is so handsome. One of UK is yeah, okay, so handsome. One UK prince, and that red hair is jamming. And yes, Willie Leaks is angry. Yeah, he's adorable. I remember this guy. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. What opera is that where they have the woman wearing the Viking helmet? Is that Aida? Is that Aida? Is that the no? Is it Aida? The one where the lady wears the Viking horns? I can't recall. Those Minnie Mouse ears. I love those Minnie Mouse ears. I love it. That is just so adorable. I love it. But if I can quote Eve Arden, an actress who I have loved for most of my life, let me just say this. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. Okay? If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. So that is like some of the most profound, enriching words. Um, I don't understand why she did not win the Oscar for playing the principal in the movie Grease. But that line right there, the most classic, I just love that line. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. What am I, 12 years old? Why is that still funny to me? I am just like a 12-year-old. That has never not been funny to me. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. Okay, I don't want to get y'all in trouble, but y'all promise me that you'll use that line on somebody tomorrow or today. Promise me that you will use that line. Try to work it into the conversation. Just go up to someone that you know and love, or maybe somebody you can't stand, and just say, yeah, you know what? That's just like they say. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. Ah, I love it. I got to get out more, you guys. I really do have to get out more. Okay, one last time. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. Speaking of an athletic supporter, speaking of an athletic supporter, speaking of a piece of garment, of undergarment that is designed to hold up the fun parts, enters Charles III. Yes, that athletic supporter. Palace releases new portrait of King Charles in full military regalia to mark Armed Forces Day as Queen Godzilla takes on greater role this year with tribute to the men and women who protect this country of ours. Why? Who asked you to do that? Why? Why is she taking on a greater role? You guys try not to barf. Try not to barf. It's bad enough that Charles is dressed up like some type of dictator, but take a look at this. The Friday news dump. The Friday news dump is very traditional in the US, especially with the president. Whenever a president wants to share something and make an official, you know, presentation of some sort that they really don't want people to notice, they will do it on a Friday. So for this Friday, Buckingham Palace decided to take a dump. And from the looks of the Queen Consort, you cannot tell me that looking at her is not consistent with a dump. I mean, a Friday news dump. Not a dump, but a Friday news dump. Anyway, there she is, um, seated where the sovereign should have been seated. There she is with the portraits and other trinkets over her shoulder, just as Queen Elizabeth II would have done herself. There is Camilla the First. Camilla the First. I know we're not supposed to call her that, but there's Camilla the First, looking ever so regal. Okay, I'm going too far with that one. But why is she sitting there? Why is she participating in this event? Now, I don't know, I don't recall whether or not Philip would have done something like this, but it's interesting how they want to stick to tradition for some things, but not everything. With Camilla and Charles, they make it up as they go along, which is why the Church of England is headed by an adulterer and his mistress, his concubine. That is why. And here is yet another insult to the British people, especially the royalists. And they did this on purpose. They dumped it out there so that there would be no debate about it. They didn't mention it because they didn't want any debate about it. But I think it's absolutely disgusting. And I think Queen Elizabeth would be absolutely furious if something like this had happened. And this is why she didn't step down. This is why she didn't step down, because I could not imagine Queen Elizabeth having to witness something like this. There may have been a lot of friction in the royal household if the Queen had stepped down. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Oh, you're absolutely right. You know, I don't I don't think monarchy is sensible. It's it's fun for me. Monarchy is a distraction. Monarchy is a curiosity, and that's it. But if I was a true monarchist, which I'm not, but if I was a monarchist, I would be reading them to filth for this. This is not supposed to happen. I don't believe it's supposed to happen. And those medals, of course, let me see. I think those are Charles medals. Let me see there. Yeah, I think those are his. God, I hope those are not Queen Elizabeth's medals. Please do not let those be Queen Elizabeth medals. Mm. Or was there someone in her family that was in the military? Maybe that's who those medals belong to. Or are those the Queen and Philip's medals? I wonder. I'm surprised she doesn't have a picture of her big head son up there. or her square jawed daughter. I'm surprised. I tell you, it has been one insult to that institution after the other. And this is why they have to keep pressure, or, well, this is why they have to keep pushing Harry and Meghan's name out there constantly so that people will not pay attention to this. They don't want people to take notice of this. By the time um, by the time Monday comes around, all would have been forgotten. And then by next year, they don't have to worry at all because it has been established. It will become precedent. They have established the precedent. Okay, mostly Jubilee medals. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. Yes, Adrian, they are. They're making a mockery of the monarchy. They're making a mockery. Okay. And I'm going to just say this: Charles looks just as ridiculous today wearing all of that nonsense as he did when he went over to the D Day. He looks like some kind of ancient field marshal. He looks like some kind of old field marshal. I cannot tell you, I don't have the words to explain to you how ridiculous he looks. And if that wasn't enough, he's holding that baton, that scepter in his hand. And I'm going to tell you too. Let me tell you how they promoted this. So Charles found a letter, or his staff found a letter from his grandfather who wanted to go over after D Day, right after the landing. He wanted to go over to show his support, but the royal protection convinced him to not go because there might be the odd sniper or something like that ready to change the course of British history. So he didn't go. So mentioning that, running that story in the papers at the time was just enough to make the excuse for Charles to go over there dressed up like he's actually been in battle. I'm going to say it again. He looks ridiculous. He looks like a joke. And Camilla, the mean girl, is equally dumb. Now, by the way, I'm almost done, you guys. I think so. Or am I? Maybe not. I don't remember. Listen, I have made up my mind. Is this not the cutest thing? I've shared this with you before last year. It makes me happy. I know where it is. I think they still have 3 of them at my local hardware store. I am going to get that tomorrow. I don't need it. That's why I didn't get it a year or 2 ago, because I don't need it. I already got one. But that's not the point. This is adorable. And this way, if I have 2, if I have the big one that holds, I think, a gallon, and I get this little one that just makes me so happy because it's the cutest thing I've ever seen, then I'll have it and I can just fill up both of them so that way I won't have to go out and come back in. I can just do it all in one trip, right? I have just talked myself into it, but I am going to get that tomorrow because it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I think it's adorable. Sometimes things don't have to make sense. You ought to just have it because it makes you happy. And I look at that and it always makes me happy. I've actually had this for a couple of years, this photo, at least a year. And I didn't buy it at the time because I'm just like, do I really need that? You know what I mean? And I don't want to have more stuff that I don't need. But anything as cute as that makes you smile, isn't it worth having it? So I'm going to go and get it tomorrow if they still have it. If they don't have it, then it wasn't meant to be, right? But I know they have 3 of them. So if they don't have it, it wasn't meant to be. Or does that mean I should go to the other store where I saw it the first time? Okay. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to fight the idea of getting this because I don't need it. But it's just so cute and it makes me happy. Let me see. If you have two, you will need another one until you have. Oh, well, you know what? The other thing that I have is a bigger container, but it's just a plain, flower, I mean water pot, whatever. It doesn't have a shape to it like this. It's just big and green and plain. But this is so cute, but it's not as big as the one that I have already. So I have something. Oh, are they water pitchers? No, this is for watering your plants. This is for your plants and flowers. That's what it's for. And it's just so cute. It is adorable. It is adorable. And there they are. It looks like they yeah, just cute. So I'm gonna think about it. They're like little baby elephants, but they're adorable. I'm waiting for you all to talk me out of it. And since nobody's talking me out of it, then that means go get it, right? Right. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have got it when I first saw it because I would have it right now. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have to go and get it. I would have had it last year. But now I got to make a special trip because of how cute it is. And I cannot wait to put some water in it and then pour the water on my plants and flowers. It is going to be epic. Okay, nobody's talking me out of it. So that means get it, right? Nobody's talking me out of it. I'm looking. I'm looking. Everybody's in agreement. Sold. I'm going to go get it. Uh-oh, wait a minute. They bring you joy. Go get them. We're not going to talk you out of it. Love it. Love it. Okay, I'm going to go and get it. It's just adorable. It couldn't have been no more than just probably the most $5. Is that too much to put a smile on your face? I think not. I think it's more than appropriate. And I think it's cute. I like little interesting stuff like that. Okay, okay. I am gonna go get it. I am. I am. At least it's not a frog bear, and I hate frogs. Yes, I love that's the right word, Heather Stroud, whimsy. It has the proper level of whimsy. Exactly. Okay. Okay, then I know my assignment. Go get the elephant. Now, tomorrow, I cannot wait. Tomorrow, full documentary Harry and Meghan coming to Nigeria. This is from Duchess Royal. You may know her better as Glow. She's a squatty and she makes the best high quality videos. And of course, we only get treated to one of her videos at least once a month. So I haven't posted it on the community. Yes, I did. I did post it on the community tab. Did I? Oh, I don't remember. No, I think I just shared it on Twitter. But I'm going to put this on the community tab for certain because I don't know what. Let me see what the countdown is for that. Um, but I love her videos. They are always excellent. And the I don't know if she scripts them or not, but everything she says is brilliant. So it is like one of my favorite things is watching those videos. So Duchess Royal. Okay. And that is 12 p.m. my time tomorrow. So about 20, I'm sorry, about 12 hours from now. So I've already set my notification. I'm going to send this to the community tab right now. So if you go to the top for the Royal Sussex channel and you go to community, I will have a post there. I can't wait. Oh, yeah, I did share this already. I think I did. Let me check before I do that. I think I did already share this. Yep, it's already there. I already shared it. So, yeah, be sure to go ahead and click the notification. And if you're not subscribed to Duchess Royal's channel, please do that because she puts a lot of work into her videos. And, you know, even though we only get them once a month, they are so well made and so informative. And I believe I've mentioned before that if you have someone that is inching toward the idea of supporting the Sussexes and maybe, you know, um, I won't say joining the Sussex squad because I mean, we're just not really anything formal. We're just Sussex supporters. So if they want to caucus with us, there we go. Um, Definitely share Duchess Royal videos with them because it will get them up to speed, right? It will get them up to speed. And then you could explain anything that they don't understand and fill in those empty spaces. But this is why I think that these her series of videos are highly valuable because they teach and inform, and they're also very whimsical. Um, I always have a lot of fun with them. So, like I said, I cannot wait. I will be looking forward to it. Okay. And yes, I am almost done. Check this out. I don't know who posted this. I saw this on the Twitter earlier. Isn't that cute? I mean, this is obviously AI. It's obviously AI, but it's like a reimagined scene. I mean, I have never heard stories of Africans living in Japan. It's not impossible. I think it may have been a thing, but whether it was or it wasn't, the aesthetic works so well for them. I think the aesthetic looks amazing. So, and the sepia tone or somewhat sepia tone that they use for this is also pretty cool. I would love for those blossoms or berries on the trees to be more pronounced, but still, it's a beautiful picture. And I think this is the last thing I have. Is this one? Oh no, I got one more after this. Let me see. The most famous public figure in the UK, Prince Harry, number one. The most famous public figure in the UK. And even though today they tried to run an article saying that William is like the most popular royal in America, I think not. Harry is number one. He is. He's number one. And that's the way it is. And it's going to be that way for a long time. And lastly, I promised you all earlier that I did something shady. Now, this was supposed to be Harry. I said, what the what? Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. So, of course, I quickly did a cut and paste and I made it look more accurate. This is actually a more accurate image. Harry's not the one buying awards. That's Willie Leak that is using his coercion and his probably his pocketbook to you know, get his name thrown out there for things that he's not responsible for. No wonder he and Kate have that one thing they agree upon: do nothing and wait for your staff to create some type of heroic situation for you. But whatever the case, I think that it is more Willie leaks and not Harry at all. So that is what I did earlier. And of course, the person who posted that on Twitter, I made sure that I sent it directly to them. I made sure they had a chance to see it. Now take that, sweetie. So there you go. Thank you, Adrian. I knew you would approve. And with that, you guys, I am so done. And 1 hour and 20 minutes, not bad. I promised an hour, but 1 hour and 20 minutes is not bad. I used to be sad. I used to be shy. Funniest thing, the saddest part is I never knew why. Kicking myself for nothing was my favorite sport. I had to get out and start enjoying 'cause life's too short. There's a new girl in town and she's looking good. Got a smile, got a song for the neighborhood. I am in a good mood today. I had so much fun. Anytime I take off and start singing the theme from Alice, fum, 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 that means I'm in a good mood. Anyway, thank you so much to the moderators for keeping this a safe space. Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Cookies and Creams, Adrian Burrow, Dominica, Anastasia Isabella Christiansen, Black Queen, Lucy Wynn, Elaine Parker, and on occasion, VS Speaks Royally. Thank you all very, very much. How about a dartboard? No, but a doormat is perfect. A doormat is perfect. Yeah, I think the dartboard is a little cruel, but a doormat, perfect. And of course, whenever you see our queens, it's definitely time to go. And I know that you know that I know that you know what that means, right? And wait, I had a quote all ready to go, and I don't know what I did with it. What did I do with my quotes? Oh well. Wow, I had some really good ones too. Oh man, I tucked that away somewhere, didn't I? And while I was going through my receipts, I found them. I even made sure I labeled them so that I would have it, right? But then I didn't put it up here. Ciao, 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 Raffaella Bertoni. I tell you, if I was anywhere near the Duchess, I'm sorry, the Princess Royale, I would have to blast that song. How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Isn't it a kick in the head? I would just do that to be cruel. Now, let me see. I want to grab one of my quotes. Oh, and by the way, I am done. So if you guys need to start your day or get to bed, we are done. I like a new Lincoln with all of its class. Da 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 da. Oh, there it is, right there. Be the reason someone feels welcomed, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported. Okay? One more time. Be the reason someone feels welcomed, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported. Be that person, okay? Each and every one of you, try to be that person. Mm. Oh, that's a. I can't share that one. Oh, I haven't shared this one in a while. I'm not. You know what? What the heck? It's Friday, and since you all have been so good, I'll share this one with you. Since you have been well behaved, I will share this one with you. How about that? No, no, no. You can thank me later. No, no, it's no trouble at all. It's no trouble at all. Not exactly a quote, but I think it works. Huh? Did I do good? Huh? Huh? Did I do good? I think I did okay, right? uh, that'll do. That'll do. Give you something to think about. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. Um, okay. Well, let me okay, no, that one is too much. Let me see what else. I got a whole file full of like my favorite little quirky stuff. So let me see. I don't think I've ever shared this one before. Let me see. Okay, this one might be a little bit too much. Okay, I'll just say this. I cannot bail you out. I cannot bail you out. If you get locked up, ain't nothing I can do to help you. It's on you, boo. It's on you. uh, let me see. Let me see. No, not that one. Hey, Lydia, what about that $20 photo? I think that's a bit much. I think that's a bit much. I can't do the $20 photo. Not only can't I do it, I listen, I it's not my photo. That was somebody else's. I'm just the messenger. But let it suffice to say that the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Okay, I'm going to do just one more pick and then we're going to go. Uh, oh, that one's bad. That one's bad too. Let me see. Nah, that's kind of old and cliche. I'm thinking something fun. Okay. I ain't bailing nobody out, and I'm not putting commissary on nobody's books. Nope, I am not adding any commissary to anybody's books. No, not that one. That one's kind of boring. Oh, this one is fun. Okay. I said I'll do something fun. This is very American. Very, very American. Uh-oh. I got to take something away to put that one up. So I think the file is too big or something like that. Let me try that one more time. Oh no, it disappeared. Oh Lord, what happened to it? Okay, I can find it though. Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, here we go. I told you it was very American. That is very American. We are nuts in this country. uh, yep. Everybody wants their state rats. Their state rats. I want my state rats. Okay. And with that, you guys, I am going to bid you all a good night. Love you always. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Shall we? Yeah, I'm too old for it. I'm too old for it. Okay. All right. A couple of amens and we're out of here. All right. And let's cue the Ginger Avenger. And I will see you all tomorrow.